Welcome back. We're watching more Jujutsu Kaisen and the sealing of Gojo going underway. Of course, exactly how well he's going to be kept away from everyone is still under debate, but with all our little sorcerers running about now knowing that he has been captured, they're really going to have to pull themselves together to get through this one, with the barriers still up, with others still out there causing some troubles, with certain advisors being stabbed multiple times in the spine. Not looking good. There's no one to really back them up and save them this time. They're going to have to do things their own way. Step up, overcome everything. It's going to be interesting to watch how many people are going to stand in their way. How many of our numerous little friends are we going to lose by the end of all of this? If Mekamaru is already long deceased, he's not past killing off anyone, so I'm kind of worried. Probably rightfully so. Let's watch the episode. Quite the ominous zone there, the veil over the city. Oh, I like the ripple. I mean, some probably more shocked than others that it didn't even budge. How much has Yuji actually trained and gotten more powerful over the days? Is he even listening? That wolf is hungry. I mean, it is to say, but there are others that are on the outside that we know of. Was it the way of thinking there? The fact he's already encountered it once and therefore can actually succeed, maybe it's not so easy to understand. Where are the links, the linchpins of this barrier that they need to remove? I'm guessing with the focus suddenly, slowly shifting over. Somewhere possibly nearby. Well, if he continues standing on the edge, maybe. How long are they expecting to stay unassailed for? Well, that is if they actually have to travel up the floors. Good use, a combination of things they've taken in the past from other students, as well as using the bird from Megami's ability. Just need someone to pour it in, disrupt it, get rid of the nails. Well, no need to hurry. Hurry up. So you got a collection of them. Of course, you're not just going to leave them out there without no defense. If he is confident in himself, yep, just carry the nails around. He seemed kind of happy about being strung around like that. Yeah, you can't let them stand out more than him. And now he's given himself the little executioner mask. I do love his balaclava. If there was actually true damage from falling this height, there'd be a little more to show for it. What was that? Oh, I thought I heard something, even with my headphones turned down a little. The music here, kind of off-putting and creepy, kind of like how I remember some of it from Inscription, if any of you have played that game. I was kind of also expecting him to just be asleep. You know, he's entertained by all of this, but not particularly worried. But even after the sorcerers want to have, well, hopefully, taken down all the veils and released Gojo, fixed all the fuck-ups that's been happening, how long is it going to take to both rebuild the area and fix the many, many mishaps and fractures in families with so many people being transformed into these grotesque oddities? With thousands of people suddenly going missing and being caught up in all of this. Ah, going to a grill? I could do with some barbecue right now. Well, he doesn't want to skip over any bits. Take a fast track. Well, if he thinks about it, and what would Nanami do? Try to live in his footsteps. He's always going to be in that kind of sense, isn't he? A drill. Is it one to pierce the heavens? Ooh. And which means as soon as his face is revealed, oh dear. I do want to see him more powered up and doing shit, so this is good for me. Mm-hmm. There's some fluid movements. Good dodge. He doesn't seem particularly perturbed by all of this, though, and it is a back and forth over who can actually land a blow, with neither of them seeming to be getting the upper hand. Although one of them's not really attacking right now. Hopefully the wolf's not going to sustain any proper damage, because maybe he's already lost a couple. Taking blows like that, and yet he is... Oh, it's been flipped. He is not particularly afraid or hurt by it. Going in straight with the short blade. Hopefully it was just a blade and there wasn't anything coating it. But he seems rather resilient. How are they going to break through any sort of defense he has if they're not even landing proper injuries? And with such a grin. Is she and her chanting kind of empowering them? So the more he kind of takes his time, oh no, the power is growing. He took too long. Using a catalyst. Well, that was a horrifying shot right there. Toji. Are they calling on the spirits of the past? Excuse me. Oh, lovely. Things are already dangerous enough, let alone calling on Toji to get involved. If this is transforming themselves into him and his abilities, shit. If it's calling on spirits and bringing him into the here and now, shit. If it's anything involved with Toji, pretty much the same response. They turn out just like your mother. I mean, they might have some problems. Is this another case of shifting their faces around? Hmm. Oh, they need a corpse. Okay. How fresh does the corpse need to be? And also, not not past just taking anyone, the civilians and whatnot, to as long as it gets. What the hell? Oh, is this a Leatherface type thing? Ugh. Because he's having fun. Clean incision. Peeling things off. Christ. He takes his job seriously. They were able to do shit their own ways. Cool. How often can people like that get around doing whatever they liked without having the sorcerers intervene? It's not a request. They have to attend. Is this a... At what point was all this? Ah, he's there. Okay. I now know what kind of year it was. I don't know if it actually showed us before. But he knows. The fear is overtaking them. Being constantly under surveillance like that. And yet has the ability to just stop people in their tracks. A sudden burst in potential of what is available out there. And now they are suddenly confined. That hatred towards Gojo now fueling their rage and bloodlust even more. Although, does he have much going for him other than his almost insurmountable defense? They've just got to find a way through it. Complete damage nullification would be a little overpowered. But that dent in his head means that something got through. Yeah, maybe if he didn't go around and inform them so easily up there like that. He's out here thinking about what to do next, not just trying to look good in others' eyes. He could try. Bunny. Oh god, it is the most horrifying one of all of his abilities. All of his animals. You may want to put that down. It's the killer rabbit of Kerbanog. He would be a little worn out if he is facing Toji. Immediate and severe. Yeah. Wow. I hope he gets some medical attention pretty quick. Well, that was a nice animation. From the skies. It's a big pink elephant. There's someone else more suited to that one. Yeah. We know people get caught up in traffic collisions a lot, but that's not usually the way I know about it. Or he's only just recognizing. the strength that Yuji holds. Here comes at least one punch. Ooh, I like the slow camera pan tilt like that. Are made weaker the stronger they are, and the weaker they are, the stronger. So what, just a little prod and he'll explode into a mist. Rogue. Ah, so the hairs gave him a little time to talk. I was going to say, yeah, his little backhand on his head. There you go. Ah. True. Just walking a little bit in the friction on the road would tear his feet off. So you got to hit him weakly, but not too weak. Yes. Then one of them will get through and be amplified. So who's going to be landing that normal blow? Tongue. So small attacks, big attacks, all simultaneously. Just keep landing. You won't know which side they're coming from, which ones you need to defend for. Wow, they've figured him out there. Well, the slow pull in for when you're about to launch something like that. Is he just holding it there? Well, there's the flick on the forehead, but that was nice. Still with all the full force behind it of his swing, just momentarily released. He almost sounds surprised. Got Fujigoro with the brains of the operation, figuring out people's abilities. Otherwise, usually would have just been continuing to punch away with wanton abandon. But the big question is, were they able to take him down and face off against this opponent in time to get back up to the top of the building? If you do have a rebirth of Toji out there, it's not looking good for him. Hopefully his journey to be a first grade sorcerer isn't cut down too shortly. This episode was filled with slightly questionable animation, showing off just how evil some of the ones on top there were. Just normal assassination things, sure. Killing off her daughter to get to the dad is done before, yeah, that's slightly evil. Peeling skin off people while they're still alive just as practice because he can. Yeah, that one. Satoroku. I think who we're getting next episode. I will say the past couple of episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, barring the weird ghosting during the grasshopper fight, have been pretty damn well animated and exactly what I would have wanted. The fear factor for some of the characters, the ones that we know and are attached to, that, well, we know they can disappear in a moment's notice. We know that the more they're built up and we actually get to know them and have some of their kind of dreams, their motivations, their characterization displayed for us, the more likely it is that they're going to suffer some tragic blow. Now that Bandana Guy is fighting for his life on top of a skyscraper, it's not looking good for him. I wonder if his admiration of Nanami is going to come in clutch, though. Something's going to turn the tide. Maybe Nanami himself will show up. I don't know what is going to be done there, but one of the locks for the veil been taken out. The other two are with the old guys. Soon enough, they'll be broken as well. The veil will come down. They'll be able to launch an attack in. Some of the stuff here with figuring out your opponent's techniques and whatnot on the fly while you're fighting them sometimes just feels like it might be coming out of nowhere, but with their training and knowledge in the subject, no, maybe I can see why. If he's not taking any damage whatsoever, obviously there's something there with how he's converting all of the energy, but complete inverse, higher damage, low damage, swapped around. I did think, small, tiny little attacks would then be severe damage to him. Didn't even think about the other side of it. It's like there has to be a limit. Otherwise, a sudden breeze will put him into a catatonic state. Does that mean, though, if you had, say you took his little knife off of him and didn't go at him, but slowly inserted it, not much strength, just very slowly piercing through flesh and fibre and muscle, since it's not a direct attack, that should just go in, right? Depends on how you actually calculate the damage. Is it force? Is it the kinetic burst of energy? Or is it actually the damage sustained? But still, getting Megami and his couple of summons out and doing stuff, making good use of pretty much all of them. I like it. And of course, seeing some of the extra effects and camera stuff that this show does try and attempt. It's not just the fact they're trying to move cameras in sync with the characters and the environment, but doing stuff with the lighting, perspective, all of the above, while trying to keep some of the effects, such as Yuji's punch, flowy energy thing being just sheer 2D with it. Can't really complain. It's definitely got some style. And when we get a little bit of comedy intermingled with the action, Yuji and Megami really do bounce off of each other quite well. The straight man and the fool. And definitely now that we're getting the idea of these curse users being kept in the shadows just by the sheer existence of Gojo, now that he has been sealed away, and the knowledge of that is widely shared thanks to shouting off of a rooftop, I feel as though there's going to be more coming out of the woodwork. Those that were both kind of part of all of this plan, knowing that it might happen, but also those just sense that little balance in the force shifting. Oh dear. There were already those that weren't too afraid and weren't willing to start acting up anyway, but it's getting more troublesome by the minute. I'm worried for pretty much all of them. And going off of a comment that someone made regarding the whole Shibuya arc gets into full swing of things as soon as Gojo gets sealed away. Yeah, I can see why now. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I'm pretty sure you probably did, irrelevant of me being here, the episode itself is damn good. If I've entertained you in the slightest, let me know. If you like the video, it helps out the channel. If you leave a comment down below about anything I missed, or just some random nonsense, it would really help me out as well. If you want to make sure not to miss out future episodes, consider subscribing to the channel. Maybe join on to my Discord. But definitely get some rest after some of the scenes we've seen. I'm going to struggle to think of where they might go next with it. If each episode they're trying to outdo the last with some of the visuals. Should be pretty damn good. Get some rest. I'll see you there. My patrons are the protection that stops my channel from receiving any extensive damage. And if you would also like to lessen the blow, consider joining on as well. Together we can stay away from pretty much all conflict and just watch anime. So thanks to the likes of Noku, Sal, Croyville, Diego Zenhausen, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. For if it wasn't for them, maybe a strong wind would blow me down.